What is good, you big greasy bastards? It's your boy Rico here, back at it again with yet another video. I call myself a commentary channel, but in reality, I just make really whatever. As you can see, today I'm on the casting couch. It's a little bit different of a setup, but as you can see, if we look around, I got a whole ass stew going on in here, boys. It's in the laundry room. We don't think about it, but let's get it. When you live in these shitty little 1-2 bedroom fucking apartments, you gotta make do. But anyways, I was told to react to this video because it apparently is funny. I've only watched a couple seconds of it and it looks outdated as all hell, which I already love. And it says last iPhone released and some lady gets burned. Let's get into it.
There are those who try.
I'm buying $100,000 worth of iPhones.
$100,000?
Correct. I'm going to sell them all on eBay.
You're gonna buy $100,000 worth of iPhones and you're gonna sell them all on eBay. I know that scalping is a big thing, but Christ almighty, you need to get in some pretty early access bullshit to pull that. $100,000 worth of iPhones as well? You got money to burn. Who are you married to, woman? What do you do for a living? Do you buy iPhones and sell them for an incredible markup? God only knows. But before we get into that video, make sure you leave a big fat thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and if you guys can help make that happen, that would be very, very much appreciated. But one of the big reasons why I wanted to watch this video is because it said last year's iPhone, and it was made 14 years ago, right? So that means that this was the iPhone 4. This lady was spending $100,000 on iPhone 4s, right? What if they didn't sell? What are you gonna do then when you have $100,000 worth of iPhones? Sit there with all these iPhones that are gonna depreciate by day in value? That sounds awesome.
Number one, baby. Number one.
There are those who try.
I'm buying $100,000 worth of iPhones.
$100,000?
Correct. I'm going to sell them all on eBay.
One other thing that I could say is some goober could have ran past that lady's car while she was holding 100 bands, and they could have just swiped that shit and ran off. That would have been glorious. That would have made an even better news story, I reckon.
And those who try to buy.
I've been here since 6 o'clock this morning.
Man's been in a lineup since 6 o'clock in the morning for an iPhone 4. I know back in the day that this was like cutting edge technology and all that bullshit. I would not be in a lineup since 6 a.m. for fucking anything, right? Like, that is hot dog water.
While Marc Rebillet spent the last 12 hours waiting in line for an iPhone at the AT&T store on Oak Lawn in Dallas,
why don't you tell his first, last name, his location? Why don't you give him their social security number, health card information, banking information, and credit card number as well? Also, another thing, 12 hours in a lineup. Jesus. Sounds like the lineup to any and all Disneyland and World rides that you could possibly ever go to. I would have to be bringing like a laptop, be playing some Counter-Strike, do whatever. I would not be able to sit in a fucking lineup for 12 hours. That is horrendous.
So how much would it cost to buy your position in the front of the line?
So how much would it cost to buy your position in the front of the line? $100,000, I reckon. You ain't fucking getting my position. A man's been there for 12 hours. I would tell you, fucking cough up 10 bands right now at least. I would want a good payday. Like, that is some hot dog water bullshit. You can't pay me. Like, the most irritating thing in the whole wide world, if you ask me, is waiting in a line. I hate it. I can't stand it. Like, say you're in a Walmart or whatever and it's rush hour. You want to get home and have big old bong rips. But you can't because grandma's counting out nickel by nickel. We don't have pennies in Canada. They got discontinued quite a while ago. But grandma's counting nickel by nickel to buy a $475 item.
after others spent hours waiting patiently.
I guess we're gonna water away from the candles. How about that?
This woman rolled up with 16 grand in cash in hand.
7,
And bought Mark's #1 spot in line for $800.
I would be absolutely furious if I was like the next guy in line, like, and this rich as fuck lady walks straight up to the front of the line and is like, "Can I buy your spot?" People like to say white privilege. People like to say, if you live in certain neighborhoods or whatever, like, you got more class. No, it's about wealth. Bastard can walk straight up to the front of the line and be like, "Yo, I'm just gonna buy your spot, yo."
This woman rolled up with 16 grand in cash in hand.
7, 8.
And bought Mark's #1 spot in line for $800.
So she had $16,000 in hand. She had $100,000 in her car. And Bad Man's only got $800 out of the deal? Nah. 12 hours for sitting in a boiling hot United States. God knows where this is, son. I would never, ever, no, $800. You could take your $800, roll it up as if you were to fucking be snorting lines of coke, and you can go drench it in olive oil so it's nice and lubricated, and you could shove it up your ass, because it's going to do a lot better there than in my pocket.
She gave me $800.
Money talks.
A worthwhile investment, she thought, because
You know, some more on eBay, so it's alright.
I'll buy some more on eBay. We'll make some profit with big stonks.
yet when the doors finally opened,
I'm first.
yup, she was first, but maybe instead of stopping at the bank, she should have stopped to read the rules. Her plan to buy out the store? Sorry.
Can you buy more than one phone?
Unfortunately, we can only sell one per customer.
This bitch got yiffed of $800. She paid this man's $800 and she was only able to buy one phone. That is tragic. That is absolutely tragic. So you ended up spending what, $1,600 to get the latest iPhone? What people are paying nowadays. And you don't even get an aux jack? This is a 2013 Samsung Galaxy tablet. I don't know why I said that as if it were a car. But I want to show you one thing right here. You know what that is? That is an aux jack. It also has a camera and a back-facing camera. If you ask me, this is just as technologically advanced as the latest iPhone, if not more. It has a fucking aux jack.
AT&T imposed a one phone per customer rule to make sure that there were enough to go around.
That's a serious package, folks.
That is a serious package, folks. I'll fucking show you a fucking serious package right here. And I love looking at it now, and it's like a serious quote end quote package to them is like a brick nowadays. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still use my old ass flip phone LG to play MP3 files and watch movies offline and things like that, right? But old iPhones are fucking useless.
As for Mark and his $800 spot, turns out he didn't really need it. There were 3 people in his party and they only wanted to buy 2 phones.
I got 2 phones.
So at the end of the day, homeboy still had his spot, and this lady still got yiffed of $800. That is funny.
Pleasure, we have a little signature leather case here.
So he's stocking up, a phone with all the trimmings.
Imagine how embarrassed this lady felt after all that. Because I know that this was like a retaking for all the bullshit fucking news, right? But at the time, the lady probably just had a heart sink, right? And be like, yo, did I just give this goober $800 that he's gonna go probably spend on hookers and blow just so that I could buy a singular iPhone? That's tragic. You should have been working at the AT&T store.
And the knowledge that there are some things
I don't think she was too happy with you.
I don't think she was, and on top of that, she didn't get a free phone.
that money can't buy. Steve Noviello,
I just think she got the short end of the stick there, America.
Fox 4 News.
My man's pulled a 100 IQ move that is exponentially off. My man's up. He has more stonks than anybody. And one interesting thing I do want to say is that this guy, he actually is a very successful YouTuber and musician now. He has over 2 million subscribers and has been doing music and YouTube and stuff since 2016. And he is doing exponentially well for himself. Let me know what you guys think of Marc Rebillet. I'm sorry, I'm very bad with those French last names. I don't have a mouthful of fucking frog legs. Marc Rebillet? I don't know. Sorry, I don't have a mouthful of frog legs, so it's hard to pronounce that. Marc Rebillet is a very successful YouTuber now. And this lady is down $800. Tell me what you guys think about that. Hope you enjoy it. Leave a big fat thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you have done so already. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and if you guys can help make that happen, that'd be very much appreciated. Anyways, I'm out, boys. Deuces.